Well, hello, everyone. Welcome back to What's Greatest. Play every video game ever, and we beat it and we tell you if it's the greatest game ever. As you can see, I have a fancy new haircut now because it's summer, and having all this hair in my head is a wonderful thing. We are back playing the greatest of all Dreamcast racing games that I've played so far, Speed Devils. I'm just gonna switch it over. You know, we can talk, and you know what? Don't need to see me either. Yeah, we're gonna just play. I have a feeling we have a lot left, despite the fact that I'm already in B class. But we're gonna do it. Previously beat Lost Vikings, and I was just like, you know what? I would also love to be done with this game. But you can't be done with it until you play it. So here we are. Every time I play, I feel like, even though it hasn't been that long, I need to remember how to control. Good news is, as we established last time, we have the best car in the business. So it affords me some luxury. I feel like that's a impossible thing to hit if you have to brake right around the corner without slamming into the wall. But who? I'm not. Did not mean to hug that wall. I just saw the saw blade and I'm just like, well, avoid that. I really wonder with this game, because you can buy tires specific, and that I went for the speed. You can buy tires, but it doesn't really seem like the handling is drastically different in the snow. Yes, it spun out a little bit, but nothing crazy. And you think, like, having the generic tires, they would want you to experience real bad crap to get you to spend money on it. While I was looking in the garage, saw how many points are needed to advance to the next class, and kind of cried to myself. I'll show everyone when we get back, but I believe we need 500,000 and I have 170,000. Granted, we only did one B-class rank and maybe for one race, I should say. And maybe each one gets us, say, 50,000. But oh boy, we might be in B-class for a while. thinking that when it's time to pick a new game, kind of making it a roulette wheel, so to say. So there are a couple different options, and then it's a little bit more random. I'll fill out, obviously, like 5 or 10 games that I have that I want to play or revisit. So it's not completely random, but then I can always be like, okay, hey, we're gonna play something from the Dreamcast or the Switch or the Super Nintendo, normal Nintendo, and go from there. Realized when looking, it was like, oh man, I really want to go back and play X or Y. And obviously, we'll get to them all in time. Because, how else do you determine what's the best game if you're not playing every single game? Okay. Wanted to see where this goes. Turns out I don't know. Why did this damage my car a whole bunch? I really, prior to actually starting this game, I really wanted it to. I know it's a racing game and it's basically an arcade game. I wanted to have a little bit more oomph than it does. Points, I think we only got like 20,000 for that. Yeah, see up there, top points 196675. What we need 500,000. So, okay, that's not great. I imagine you winning the whole thing, you get a bunch. Winning some of these bets. It's radar 1 on lap 1. $10,000. Yeah. I will just take the crash and go all out. In New York, I'm betting against a cabbie. Hood's kind of smashed in. It's foggy. I really hope this is just a boring, like, giant square. That would make me so happy. Oh, shortcuts. You guys got shortcuts. is cruising. Oh boy. Wait, what? It is. To go back through the course? Interesting. Oh, it's only one lap? Well, okay. That's... Huh. That was a weird course. Oof. Car kind of took a beating there. Mexico. Old classic. Oh, yeah. Definitely accept that bet. He bets on New York. This is his course. I almost lost last time. So it is certainly possible that I lose. Oh, lordy, lordy, lordy. It's good. Wow, when you hit a car, you just come to a complete stop. Ugh. So, I don't have a car. It's a bet. And I'm gonna say the game cheated me. Sadly, that means I have to do the New York race again. Yeah, I think we can. New York is a very interesting course. But man, just all it is hard right turns and hard left turns. It's not conducive to racing a super fast car. A lot of fake out turns. Like, oh, this building's just set back far enough. Oh boy. If anything, I think I'm just most bummed out that if you hit regular cars, they don't have any like collision reaction. Sort of crashing after the fact, after the race is over, goes against my damage. Alright, I'm going to save it this time. I'm still going to probably take him up on his bet. Because it would be great to take his car and sell it right away and just put that money towards I think maybe the second rake level might be what I need. Otherwise, save it for nitro. Even though, granted, that means I gotta do the New York race again, but this time I won't smash into a dump truck and then the back of a cab that just stops my car. This level is very, maybe it's because I'm racing against a cab, but this is very Crazy Taxi. Then when the world doesn't behave like Crazy Taxi, like, oh, that's disappointing. Hit a sign, I actually stop, I hit a car, I don't just go like up and under it. I'm in the lead here, assuming he'll do anything stupid. I have a fast enough car that even if he hits a shortcut, should be okay. He's just entering the roundabout as I leave it. Oh. That's how you start to lose ground. When you get stuck on flipping a post. The news is the straightaway should back up that lead I need. That's those little corner signs, like that should just be destructive. Straight away to the finish. I read that somewhere, you win their car, they're out for the rest of the tournament. In this case, it's only one race. And then they come back, and presumably they have to buy a crappier car. So 97,000? Certainly. Full repair. Do I have... Should have all of these. Top speed, acceleration. Braking level 2. So now it's just saving money for... I don't think I'm going to invest in tires, but either armor or radar jammer or nitro, if that stuff ever becomes available. I'm curious as to why it's not. Oops, didn't mean to hit that again. Presumably, I mean, there's an A and maybe an S class left, and I did DC and I'm in B and it's not available yet, so it makes me wonder, when will it be? If I go, obviously if it's not, you know, you would assume that it's available right when you get to that class, right? So, not here now, then there's maybe next time, maybe in A class. Backwards. This does have a lot of turns, but not a lot of shortcuts besides really the bridge. With all these turns, they are able to stay close. Yeah, why not? Hey, if there's one car that should be able to hit that shortcut. I don't remember those swinging axe blades anytime I've played this course, so they're either new, which, hey, kudos. Switch it up, or it's just I always have just gotten by them, no trouble. Really want that armor. Feel Barry, you just slide right into walls real fast. Dropping shit. Hey, these bits of gold. Look at that, whole new course. Not that it's a bad thing, but this car is just so fast that this course was not designed for a car of this speed. At the tail. That is what I thought was going to happen. And guess that too. Disappointing. Make it all the way to the end. And took a crap ton of damage on that. Yeah. Huh. No. Just seems like a weird make sure that she doesn't come in the top 3. Well, only like 4 cars, so doesn't really give you a lot of leeway. Like, do whatever you have to. I mean, assuming, first of all, I don't know what car she's in. That would be the first problem. The second, just constantly drive slow so I can nudge her out. It's not like their names pop over their cars. Can't even really pause it and see what place she's in now. And by probably accepting, all that happens is that pyramid turns green. I wouldn't even know when they're all clumped up. Realistically, I probably should have taken it because I'll finish in first. I just have to hope that she's not second or third, but I don't know what the bet was. The wager was Nitro. I don't have Nitro. It's like, what are the stakes for me? I either get it or I don't get it? I'm assuming the one that's in last place is probably our buddy Jake, since he wagered his car and lost, so I'm guessing he has a worse car. Okay. Sometimes your car is going to defy gravity. You just have to be prepared. That turn arrow is up way too late. I'm gonna also make the assumption that if you take that job, that you are almost guaranteeing yourself not to finish in first, because you need to fall back to hit her or make sure that she isn't anywhere close to the top three. You'll presumably want other cars to finish in front of you. Then you, at best, take third place. Or, unless you know that she's so far behind that you can rise back up. Or a racing game. with a bunch of obstacles, including saw blades, other cars, T-Rexes, that whole sort. There is some really bad collision problems where your car just goes from 200 miles an hour to 12 because the bottom of your car clipped a saw blade. So you get it, that saw blade's going. It would do some serious damage to your car. And now it's your momentum. Probably. So let's see. She would have finished in 4th anyway. Had I known that, would have taken a bet, but I'm not super worried. Unknown. Yeah, looks like you get about 20,000 points per first place victory. Still a lot. That is a long way to climb. Yeah, that I will do. Louisiana. I wonder if presumably you stay in a class long enough, everyone could race you for their car, then they all have really garbage cars. Ooh, nighttime. This is gonna end poorly for me. Not knowing the level, playing it in darkness. I think with, every championship mode, essentially, it's serving the right purpose, giving you like a full, take on the game, right? So, hey, you're gonna play every level, once or twice, you're gonna race all the racers. You're gonna have a chance to buy all the cars. But with this game, it's weird because, you know, again, Dreamcast, this was early, but it already feels like this mode is too long and too broken. But yet I'm only 3/5 of the way through. Okay. Really a fun thing to see on the replay. Somehow making that. It's like if I'm getting 20,000 for first place, I need 500,000 just to get to half of that. You need to do, what's it, 14 races, if my math's correct? Which is a lot. That's just to get out of E class and barely scrape into A class. You know, I'm sure bets and challenges and all that stuff get you a little bit more, but essentially we will, at the end of this race, just be above 30,000. I mean, initially when I kind of thought up, well, not thought up, I don't want to take credit for coming up with playing video games, but thought up what's the greatest in terms of like, oh, you were going to join me and see the nitty-gritty of bad games, and part of that is like, hey, this part was terrible, but there's some sort of triumph when it's over, or this game, you know, had a good ending or a bad ending or blah blah blah. You know, you're there for the whole ride. And the only time I really envisioned doing speed up stuff, which has already been in videos, but it's for like, oh, you know, eventually I'll play an RPG and I will need to grind, right? Get in random battles, mash the attack button until it's all over. And I'd be like, that's when I'll use it. And then here, I'm just like, how often can I show people these 4 races when it's just time for me to rank up? Wait for 5 seconds. $40. So what I'm trying to say is that this game is the epitome of redundancy. Here's whatever, 15 tracks, 12 tracks, whatever it is. That should be, championship mode should be 24, you know. Three radars in a row. I don't think I can. long story short, what I'm saying is that I'm gonna allow everyone to just watch sped up stuff because hey, I do not plan on selling my car or buying a new one. I don't have really anything else to buy, and I still need 200,000 points to get to the next class. So enjoy what's going to take me hours, only going to take you, 5 minutes. We'll see you on the other side. Okay. Hope you had a fun little nap there. That was an hour sped up to hopefully only look like a couple minutes. We are on the last race. We finally have enough points to move up. So presumably once we beat this race, we'll be able to move up to A class. In case you missed it because it was sped up very quickly. Both the brother and the sister bet me their car, and they both lost. So I have one that I'm keeping for who knows what reason to sell later on. And then the other one I sold right away. I took on one mission where I was trying to get nitro by keeping someone out of third place or above, and that went very poorly. They finished in second, I finished in third. You know what's very tough is relying on the other computer to do stuff. I tried to position myself between, like, I was in third and the car that I wanted to lose is obviously behind me. But watching the computer that I wanted to beat me in front just smash into every obstacle made it a little difficult to win that race. But anyway, we finished first in everything in this circuit. Again, still the best car. We are betting in this race another chance at winning nitro by busting radar number 3 at a super high number so that the other cars can't top it. I'm going to assume as long as I bust it once, it should be okay because, well, everyone who is on the course still, besides Mary Sue, has a crappier car because they've all lost them in races to me. So, as long as I top it once at whatever 80 or 90, 180, 190 is what I'm saying. I don't see how they could win. Then obviously we will see a little bit, we'll probably only do one race of A class just because while that short trip was, 5 minutes for you, it was an hour of me playing the same 4 races over and over and over and over again. And I'm just flipping on everything. I mean, I think, like, that is the gist of Speed Devils, unfortunately, is a decent racing game with a solid premise of illegal betting and gambling and how good do you think you are, yet rolled into non-stop monotony. It's only so many times. Like, if each circuit was just a random grouping of levels, it would go a long way to making championship mode a little bit easier to take repeating. Because you wouldn't always say, oh, I got New York, Louisiana, Canada, and whatever, Mexico is the other one. You could be like, oh, this time I did Aspen, and this time I did Louisiana, and this time I did something else. Hollywood. Nope. Same 4 races. The only thing that's different is the weather, and somewhat. It has always been snowy for Colorado or Canada or whatever the heck the race is. I don't even care. Because that's just the difficulty for Circuit B, is they're like, well, this is always going to be a snow race. It just might be a daytime or nighttime snow race. Being a racing game to me, I think the circuit mode is, there should be, if you're going to do an arcade racer like this, then you remove out the kind of the shop and you space out the competitors in a way that the only way you get better cars is by beating the competitors, and the competitors are only, you know, your skill level or slightly above. So you can't repeat Class D 100 times to get the best car, because can you imagine if we stuck it out as our first go round, finishing in 4th place in every race, only making $1,000, not being able to bust radar, still having to pay for repairs, like, and you think repeating races 3 or 4 times would be a long time? That would be a eternity repeating races. Woo! I can either buy or I have Nitro Level 1. Okay, win the season, get a chance to go up against Racer X. Do they give me any new add-ons? Get Super Nitro. Why not? I have the money. Still can't get the radar jammer, still can't get armor. Only got tires. Yeah, we got 5 levels. Canada, New York, Aspen, Hollywood, Nevada. Well, okay. So I don't know how you get different trophies. Why is I have 2 trophies for Class B, but only 1 for Class C and D, even though I've repeated them hundreds of times. I think that's just winning all the races. Technically, there's not a spot for Class S, so this could be the last one. We'll do 1 race. We'll see what the competition is. There's no points to upgrade, so hey, this could be game. Maybe if that's the case, we have 1 more Speed Devils in us. Canada, heavy winter. Probably should have got snow tires. I don't even know how to use the nitro in this. Well, there's no here are the cards you're facing introduction. Let's slow down. Yeah. Little fun little speaker glitch. This is the only time it looks like tires may be required. I think it's interesting. No, the arrows were pointing to the left. We all saw it. We also agree that we'll give that another shot. I'm not whipped up. Nighttime course, man. It's very dumb. Like there's some, newer games, newer racing games where you play nighttime and it looks really nice and it kind of shines on the card and say, yeah, that looks real good. Bike tires. But like this game where it's just like, hey, here's your headlights, you can't see 2 feet ahead of you. Also, because you don't know if the course is reversed or forward, or you're starting at the, left, right reverse or back, forward reverse, you have to rely on the little signs that tell you how to turn. And I don't know, it's not my favorite idea. Oh, okay. Apparently that was a person skiing. Caused that accident? Boy, oh boy. You know it's gonna get tougher in Class A, but also just like, man, I don't. Because remember, there's no car upgrade. This is the best car we got. I just want to see. You know what? We're just gonna call it for today. Wow, that's just really fucking annoying. Um, yeah, we'll start A class next time, where we will enjoy this fantabulous night course where can't see shit, and that's fun, I think. Um, bios, you know. $2,000 for player seems crazy. What is the schedule? Maybe one is in light snow. 3 night courses. 1 sunset. That's again, you know, I'm all for I'm all for when games do that. Hey, competitors are tougher, but man, ugh, that's just the idea of doing 3 night courses and super hard difficulty. It's just leaving an awful taste in my mouth. So yeah, we made it through section B. We have all the money we could possibly want. I will find out how to use Nitro, because if, you know, I'm assuming there's a spot where I'm going to want to go even faster when I can't see what's around the corner. And then I guess it's just play until I memorize all the courses or get lucky and get a nice day-night combo where it's not as big of a deal. But for next time, thanks for joining me. I really hope we can beat Speed Devils next time. because I'm sick of playing. Okay, toodaloo. Thanks for joining me and watching me restart that race twice and then have to play it again next time. Bye-bye.